All right, Shalom. I want to start by giving all praise, honor, and glory that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who taught us his truth. Peace and blessings to the whole flag Akim scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, giving all diligence to make your calling and election sure, as well as hastening the coming of our Lord Yahweh Shai. All right, so real quick video, man. See, America is the Roman Empire continued. It's the little horn that's spoken of in Daniel chapter 7. All right, and there are a lot of similarities between the Roman Empire and America, because America, modern day America, is a continuation of the Roman Empire. All right, according to Bible prophecy. Okay, so real quick, man, this guy was just going on to show. It says, I'm going to read the caption on a photo, on a video. It says, Jimmy Dore. It says, these are the military bases the United States has around the world. No other country has this. Just the United States, right? Just like how Rome was, okay? It says, we're ending like all great empires end. We're overextending military while we won't take care of our own people at home. And yeah, man, Esau is extremely greedy, extremely nosy, man, and he's always got his hand in someone else's pot. All right, so I'm gonna play this video and then we'll go from there.
Has this. Just the United States has this. Nobody else does this. China, Russia, they don't have bases all over the world. Who does? We do, because that's how capitalism ends up. You have to use a gun to keep it going, and you have to become fascist. And this is why our country is going down the shitter, and we're ending like all great empires end. We're overextending militarily while we won't take care of our own people at home. That's where your money's going, because your government is 100% corrupt. Not regular corrupt. It's 100% corrupt. This is called corruption. Do you see this? Do you know what this is called? This is called $1 trillion a year in corruption, because that's all this is. These people are there, these military bases are there to make sure American corporations can extract natural resources from these places. Look at all the bases we have outside of China. Look at this. Here comes South America, Central America. Look at that. Can you imagine if China had these many bases in South and Central America or anywhere?
Yeah, right.
Can you imagine if China had all these bases in the Middle East? Imagine. These are all the military bases the United States has around the world. You know, no
So he
other
said
country
it,
has this.
He said it. You said those military bases are scattered all across the earth, basically to make sure that America can extract the natural resources from that land. Okay. And yeah, man, Esau, man. The scriptures tell you that he's he's like that, man. Okay, the enlargeth his desire as hell. All right, and we're gonna get it, man. But real quick, I asked ChatGPT. I asked it two questions first. I said, list similarities between America and the Roman Empire, and it went on to do that. It says Republican foundations, military power and global influence, cultural hegemony, infrastructure and engineering, citizenship and expansion, political corruption and power struggles, economic inequality, overextension, civic apathy, blase, man. But it wasn't the one I was looking for. Was the military answer. So I asked it again. I said, list similarities between American military and the Roman Empire. And I got the answer I was looking for, man. It says professional standing army, technological and tactical superiority. But then number 3 is the one I'm looking for, global presence. It says Rome stationed legions across the empire and provinces to maintain control and deter rebellion, man. That's what America does, man. America has all these different military bases scattered across the earth to maintain dominance, okay, to intimidate, okay. It says to maintain control and deter rebellion. America has military. Well, that's what Rome did. And it says America has military bases and forces stationed in dozens of countries worldwide. Similarities: use of forward deployment to project power and secure influence. All right. And that's what you see, man. That's what you see going on with these American military bases. All right, just like in the Roman Empire. So what you got right here, right? This is Daniel 7. In verse 7, it says, and after this I saw in the night vision, right? This is the vision that Daniel saw concerning the four greatest empires to rule. And the fourth one was the Roman Empire. All right, it says, and after this I saw in the night vision, and behold, a fourth beast, right? Dreadful and terrible and strong exceedingly, right? And that was the Roman Empire, okay? And it had great iron teeth. It devoured and brake in pieces and stamped the residue with the feet of it. And it was diverse from all the beasts that were before it, and it had 10 horns. Okay, and what made the Roman Empire diverse from the other three empires that came before it was their government, how they ruled their government. Okay, and I'm gonna get it real quick. First Maccabees 8. This is First Maccabees 8. I'm going to start at verse 1 first. It says, now Judas had heard of the Romans, that they were mighty and valiant men, and such as would lovingly accept all that joined themselves unto them, and make a league of amity with all that came unto them. And that's what America does, man. All right, you see so many different people, nations, nationalities, man, that come over here to America, man, to get a piece of this pie, man, to eat off the backs of the Israelites. All right. It says, in that they were men of great valor. It was told him also of their wars and noble acts which they had done among the Galatians, and how they had conquered them and brought them under tribute. Okay, jumping down. I'm going to start at verse 13. It says also that whom they would help to a kingdom, those reign, and whom again they displace. Finally, that they were greatly exalted. Verse 14, it says, yet for all this none of them wore a crown, as was clothed in purple, to be magnified thereby. All right, all the ancient empires that come before the Roman Empire, the three beasts that came before, they were ruled by way of what do you call it? Patriarchy, right? You would have a father that was a king, then you would have he would pass down the throne to his son or to his brother, and so on and so forth. But the Roman Empire came into play. It says what? It says verse 15. It says moreover. Or verse 14. It says, yet for all this none of them wore a crown or was clothed in purple, to be magnified thereby. Moreover, how they had made for themselves a senate house. All right, the Roman Empire, their Senate seats was 120, and America's Senate composes 100 members. If I believe I'm correct, you can fact check me. It says, moreover, how they had made for themselves a Senate house, wherein 320 men sat in council daily. Well, it says 300. So the Roman Empire had 320 Senate members, and America has 100. Okay, consulting always for the people, to the end they might be well ordered. And that's what America claims to do, man. All right. When you read the Bill of Rights, it starts off, we the people. They claim to be for the people, but they really not. Okay. It says, and that they committed their government to one man every year, who ruled over all their country, and that all were obedient to that one, and that there was neither envy nor emulation among them. And America does the same thing, Salakia. Every 4 years, they commit the government to one man. All right, this time it's in the hands of Donald Trump. Okay. All right. So that's another similarity between the Roman Empire and America. All right, going back to Daniel 7. Daniel 7 and verse 8. It says, so that's how the Roman Empire was diverse from all the beasts that were before it. It says, verse 8, it says, I considered the horns, and behold, there came up among them another little horn. All right, and that little horn is America, Babylon the Great. It says, before whom there were 3 of the first horns plucked up by the roots. And behold, in this horn were eyes like the eyes of man, and a mouth speaking great things, man. All right, America got, there were 3 different wars America had to fight to get its independence, man. I believe one was the Spanish-Indian War. The other one was the war they had, I believe it was the Revolutionary War. I forget what the other one was. All right. But it says, and a mouth speaking great things, because when you look at America, America is a very proud country. All right. Even when you look at the slogan of the Marines, the few, the proud, the Marines. All right. So, and even the president that we have in office right now is the perfect president for America. He embodies the arrogance and the pride of America. All right. So yeah, man, America is the Roman Empire continued. It's the little horn. Okay. So let's go here, man. Habakkuk 2:5, it says, yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man. He being Esau Edom. Okay. Self-proclaimed white man, that's who running shit, right? Like, not your low-level Edomites, that's your next-door neighbor or whatever, but the elites of the nation of Edom. Okay. It says, yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home. Yeah, man, when you look at that map that my man showed, right, if you rewind the video and you go back and look, they showed one base in America, and I think it was in North Carolina. Then the rest of the bases were scattered all throughout America. You know, even some of them look to be overlapping each other. Okay. So Esau, man, worried about everything going on abroad, and the infrastructure, the people, the government, everything here in our homeland, all right, so-called homeland, which is for us, the so-called Blacks, Latinos, Seminole Native Americans, this is our captivity. But everything here in the so-called homeland is fucked up, man. All right, they get sending money to Ukraine, but they're not aiding the people here in America that are suffering. All right. It says, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire is hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied. But gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. And that's what you see, man. You see this nigga Esau scattered all throughout the world in everybody else's business, all right, to establish his presence. All right, and that's the spirit of an Edomite, period, man. Like, even on a lower level, man, you could be at work, man, minding your business, right? Totally giving off the energy that you don't want to talk to nobody, and it's going to come an Edomite, man. It's going to make it his business to talk to you, to ask you questions, to get in your business, to be nosy, man. And they try to do it so subtly, all right? But anyways, it says, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gather unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. So they all over there in other people's business, okay? Even over here, man, they open the door for all these different immigrants, so-called immigrants, to come in and get a piece of the pie, man. All right, so real quick video, man. Lord's will, it was edifying. America is the Roman Empire continued, the little horn. Shalom.